Awamakyam. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, Spanish truth and sincerity. Shalom. So in this video, I want to talk about, to prophesy. And what I want to talk about, to be more specific, is that we should be in the spirit of prophecy. And, I'm going to grab this first before I intended to grab this one. But this is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So this is the account in which John the Revelator, wanted to bow down to the angel. But the angel told him, nope, I don't condone this. Stand up, because I basically am your fellow brother. And having the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. So we should be in the spirit of prophecy, seeing that we have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. We understand that having the testimony of Yahweh Shai, is understanding and knowing, what Yahweh Shai stands for, what he looks like, and what he is, about to do, man. Because we understand that he is waiting there in the heavens, waiting to be sent back by the Heavenly Father, man. And we also understand that part of the testimony of Yahweh Shai is what he did when he was on the scene. And even, goes back as far as understanding by the faith that we have that it is written throughout the whole scriptures, man, concerning Yahweh Shai, all the way from Genesis up until Revelation, and that's the testimony that we have concerning Yahweh Shai, man. But having the testimony of Yahweh Shai, is the spirit of prophecy, man. So we should be in that spirit, man. And what does it mean to prophesy? To prophesy means to say before it happens. The word pro is before, for size to say. So say something before it happens. And we understand that there are still certain things that need to come to pass. And these things need to be made known to the people. These people need to know about what's coming upon the earth. They need to be informed, man. Why? Either for their salvation or for their destruction. Seeing that our people are the ones towards who the scriptures are aimed, they have a choice. They either choose life or death. The heathens, they just played a part in the script of Yahweh Shem Shai. But they still need to know what's going to happen in the future with them. You see? But I don't want to digress too much. What I actually want to, point out is that, we should be more, in the spirit of bringing out, things relating to prophecy, man. Seeing news articles that are related to prophecy. Seeing developments, happening and bringing them out. Technological advancements, which don't necessarily have to come on the news outlets, but that, are spotted by brothers, and being brought out, man. This is first and foremost a lesson to myself, because yesterday this topic was brought up during camp, and the brother asked like a question like, how long has it been since you made a video about a news article, man? And I was like, damn, must have been weeks actually. I usually, when these articles pop up, 9 times out of 10 they are related to prophecy, related to things that need to happen, man. You know. So this is First Corinthians 14:1. Follow after charity. Basically, things that you do out of goodwill. You know, helping out a brother. Um, uh, this can range from helping out a brother with finding a job, to helping him with a little bit of money. This can be related to just helping out when brothers try to organize something, set up the table, things like that. Be loving, kind towards one another within His truth, man. It says, and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. So the two things mentioned before, to prophesy, are actually very good things to follow after, man, and to desire. You know, but it says, but rather that ye may prophesy. So prophesying is more important. It's one of the most important things. But even the scripture says, let me see where I find it. Know all things. Mysteries. Basically, Apostle Paul said, have not charity, have not charity. Crazy. This is First Corinthians chapter 13:1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. So here Apostle Paul is explaining, certain things concerning, the mindset that we should have, how we should look at certain talents and, certain behaviors and mannerisms that we have within His truth. Because here he says that he spoke with tongues, which is actually a very good thing to edify a broad audience if you're able to reach them, with the doctrine. But he says, and have not charity, I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Basically, it's not right. Verse 2, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. So charity is still very important, So the point is that, the charity, is something that we should have very high. Speaking with tongues, if that is given unto us by the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh Ratazah, then that is something that we still need to be doing. Edify those that are of a different language. I speak, for instance, Dutch. I speak English, and that's basically it. Yahweh Jazah, I might even, if this kingdom persists any longer, be even able to, to speak in the Turkish language, seeing, I'm able to develop my Turkish speech, quite well in a very short amount of time. But hey, it's all Yahweh Jazah, but the thing that we should have the most, and the desire that we should have the most, is to prophesy, man, to talk about the things that are still that still need to take place. You see, so it is important to have these things, to be charitable, speaking tongues, Yartazah, and prophesy, man. It says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. It says, charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know part and we prophesy in part. Because, hey, there might be certain things, that certain people have said, that, not have not come to pass, man. There are certain things like that, but still, the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall endure forever, man, and that won't fail. So let me look up that word slack at charity. This video is taking a whole different route than I initially intended. But hey, it's Oyar Tazah and Yahweh Tazah. It's still going to be edifying. So bear with me, so that we all can see what this video is leading us towards. It says charity. It says benevolence for the poor, charity, mercy, compassion, alms, costliness, agape, which is brotherly love, man. So we should have brotherly love towards one another, basically doing good, man. We should be doing good towards one another within this ministry, man. But this is 1 Corinthians 14. And verse 2, for he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto man, but unto the Most High. Yeah, because if you're, talking in a certain language, and nobody around you is able to understand what you're saying, then who are you actually, talking to, man? So that means that, you only speak to the Most High. He's the one that understands what you're actually saying, man. It says, for no man understandeth him, howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. It could still be that he is breaking down things and, be very edifying, but if nobody understands what he's saying. Verse 3, but he that prophesied speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. You see? So if you are, for instance, let me, use myself as an example. Let's say that I'm allowed to teach, up and coming Saturday. And I start to, talk in the Swedish tongue, or in the Norse tongue, or in the Danish tongue. Nobody's able to understand what I'm saying. Nobody does. Not my fellow, Akim, and perhaps a person that is walking by the camp, he might, but that's 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 100,000, 1 out of a million. But it says, but he that prophesied speaketh unto man to edification. So if I just prophesy, in my own so-called native language, whether that be Dutch or whether that be English, being my second language, because we, teach most of the time in English. Speak it unto men to edification. You're learning them something. You're and exhortation. You're strengthening them and comforting them, man. Because hey, the scriptures, yes, they speak about a lot of mourning, lamentation, and woe, but there's also a lot of comfort to be found in the scriptures, man. You know, when we go through certain things, you know, that we just should hope, you know, and have our forefathers as an example of, you know, what to expect, man. Verse 4, he that speaketh in an unknown tongue edified himself, but he that prophesied edified the church. Yeah, man. You know, you're edifying the listeners, you know, that are watching on the screen. Because oftentimes when we switch to the Dutch language, the people on the screen, man, you know, the brothers and sisters that are watching our stream, they be like, Wagwan, you know, what are they talking about, man? Then later on, you know, it will be translated, you know, more or less about what happened, you know? But still, it says, verse 5, I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesied than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpreted, that the church may receive edifying. Yes, if someone indeed is um, speaking, for instance, in the Swedish tongue, he's prophesying in the Swedish tongue, and then you have someone that is basically breaking down what he says in the language that is being understood by the listeners on the YouTube, you know, the watchers, and also those that are able to, you know, understand it then, that are bystanders in the camp, whether they be the Akyam or whether they be, you know, strangers, you know, that's actually the best of both worlds, man. It says, verse 6, now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you, except I shall speak to you either by revelation or by knowledge or by prophesying or by doctrine? And even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sound, how shall it be known what is piped or harped? For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? Yeah, because the message has to be clear, man. You know, in Holland, for instance, we have the ambulance, the fire truck, and the police car. They all have their distinct sound. But if you all of a sudden hear the police car making the sound of the ambulance, you'll be like, hey, an ambulance is coming. But then you see the police car, you'll be like, eh, that's strange. You know? So likewise ye, except ye utter by the tongue words easy to be understood, how shall it be known what is spoken? For ye shall speak unto the air, yeah. You know? So yeah, speaking in tongues is a part of our ministry because we are scattered among the four corners of the earth. But in this day and age, you know, we have a so-called world religion, which is the English language. Um, and, you know, being able to prophesy is more important, man. You know, this is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 39. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy. So we should be greedy to want to prophesy, man, concerning what is, you know, about to happen. And forbid not to speak with tongues. So when the situation occurs that, you know, there can be spoken in tongues, it should not be withholden, man. It should still be allowed because it's still part of the ministry. But we need to understand that when we speak, you know, it has to be done decently and in order, as it says in verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. So don't go be standing there in the highways and byways, you know, starting to speak in the Spanish language while nobody around you understands what you're saying, because you need to have an interpreter to make it clear to the whole audience. You know, we need to be charitable, and the most important thing is to prophesy, man. Warn the people about what is to come, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, man. So, hey, if it be possible, man, on a daily basis, we should be checking the news, see what is happening, so that we can basically see what time we're in, and bring out these edifications, man, exhortations and comforting words of the scriptures, So, hey, Yahweh Ratazah, this video was edifying, but also exhorting and comforting. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akyam spreading his truth in sincerity. Shalom.